Hello, Geminis. Thank you so much for, I hope this thing doesn't shake the whole time. I'll just take it off of here. Okay. I don't want it to be shaky. It was shaking the table. I was shaking the table. Thank you so much for coming to your November reading. I'm not going to talk much. My intros can be kind of long. So we're just going to get right into it. If you want your full-length reading, like an hour or more, you can join me on Patreon. I will say that. You can donate $1 or more, or you can actually join the membership. There's like 3 different tiers. Take a look. And I'm going to smudge for you. Gemini, your highest good, purpose, prosperity, levels. It's about levels. That'll be in the background for you. You can peer into the Sri Yantra's energy throughout the reading. I hope you enjoy your reading. I was guided to use really wacky cards for you guys to keep you interested and entertained. Alright, Gemini. As I tap into you guys, alright, so I'm getting a energy and impression, but the words haven't necessarily come to me yet. Gemini, feeling your energy. Talk. Holding things in, holding something back. Wanting to move your energy, wanting to travel, wanting to have like mobility choices. Wanting to express something. Not knowing what you want to create or what you want to express, feeling kind of like maybe frustrated as far as your movement and expression, like the passageways that you have to express. Maybe you've hit some roadblocks and you feel frustrated and you want to, like, it seems like you want to push up against it, fight against it, but you know it's not going to do anything. So it's like you need to give up the need to continue to argue with the same people or situations over and over again. So we're going to pick 3 themes. Just 3 categories for Gemini. The first theme is play and fun, and it's the numerology number 1, like putting yourself first, remembering that life isn't all serious, and like you can use a little playfulness in your life at this time. Okay, intent. So when I put these 2 cards together, and this is numerology number 2, and this is a compass. So this is like the direction you need to be going in. And this is the, so this, okay, this deck is wacky. It's the Northern Lights deck. And it has different types of things going on with it. So these are the mushers. This is your team. This is the energy you need to have on your team. Maybe the people around you need to be playful and fun, or maybe you need to have a lighter, bouncier energy when it comes to the people around you and not take them too seriously. And when I see these two cards together, like the intention card with the direction you're going in, make sure the direction you are going in is one that you want to be in. I think of the planet Venus when I see playful and fun. Like, make sure you want what you're doing. Like, let's just keep going, because I can say what I was going to say. Why not? Because I feel like you would give those two cards together, because it might be a little bit like tough for you not to just want to win. And you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we make decisions out of frustration to prove people wrong, or to maybe even make up for something we didn't get in the past. Or it's like I always tell people who say, I don't want to be anything like my mom or my dad or whoever. And so they try to go on with their life trying to be the opposite. And just because you're being the opposite of someone doesn't mean you're being yourself. And that's something I had to realize in my 20s. You know, I kind of swore off having, after a while, and maybe in my mid-20s, I was like, well, I don't want to have any kids. I want to be free, because I learned from my mom, watching her, that because she didn't make decisions to do the things she wanted to do, she blamed it on her kids. Like, she had 5 kids and she wasn't able to do what she wanted to do, blah, blah, blah. But as I've gotten older, I'm like, I don't have to not have children because my mom didn't want to have kids, or that really wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? I can explain. That's like a totally different subject. That was just supposed to be an example. So the third category is, and I hope it's not a category where I have to pull out the booklet for explanation. I'm hoping it's really simple. The third. Alright, so it's 2 that came out. I'll let it roll. Okay. Like I was saying before, this is another numerology number 2. Artisan. So, in order for you to, like, make your life, because okay, so the artisan is about, like, the career choice that you want, and I am going to pull out the booklet, and I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I said that. Sorry, guys. We're done with it. Okay. Okay. So, I'm sorry. The musher is you and your physical world. And the wolves are the team. Okay? So, the artisan, a term not as familiar in our vocabulary these days. An artisan lives life through a different set of lenses than many others, seeing color and form, beauty and emotion in objects, nature, and media, which is very you, Gemini. An artisan on your team would bring a new perspective to your daily life. Perhaps you are an artisan but have suppressed your vision or senses, which is what I was kind of picking up. And it's not that you have necessarily suppressed your senses. It's that your avenues to sharing your art and expressing it in the way that you really would be fulfilling for you. It's like everywhere you turn, it seems like people are just kind of like, we don't want no Girl Scout cookies. And you're just kind of like, but you're the main one that needs it, because I know you Geminis. This is kind of like shade mixed in with your like need to express. Either way, this card is a reminder to engage a broader range of perception and view of all that exists in the world around you, and perhaps learn to express what you feel through a new medium. Wax, fabric, paper, metal, stone, ink, charcoal, the media are endless for your expression. The mediums are endless. That's another perspective. I didn't think of that. For you to try basically a different approach. Maybe you can't necessarily change who you're around right now or the environment that you're in, but you can change your approach. I like that. It's very, very slick. Alright, so the other card that just wanted to like show its face is Mission. And I'm going to put this as maybe like at the top of the head of the reading, because I still only want there to be 3 categories. And it's a chakra. It looks like a heart chakra, the way it's shaped. But numerology number 4. And so, yeah, this deck deals with the chakras and the and numerology. So yeah, your mission, and it's the color white. So I have to do with your crown chakra. And this is the direction you're going in. So you have 2 direction cards. Your intent and your mission. So I feel like these categories are trying to tell you to keep in perspective your mission, where you're going, because it seems like the circumstances that you're in, it's kind of like that saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. Sometimes you can get caught up in situations and not necessarily look at the big picture. I can relate to that. I do that all the time. I have to kind of get like refocus on back on the intent and my mission and the purpose, why I'm living, why I'm here, what I'm doing, because sometimes I can get really deep in my feelings, or too deep in trying to heal my PTSD and situational things, distractions when it comes, because I can't stand people getting in my way. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Alright, so let's get started. Just pull a couple of cards. So let's see what's underneath this first category of play and fun. Your environment, you and your environment, and how you use your environment. So the universe is trying to tell you to be more playful with your environment. And that will free up your energy. Look at it in a different way. Try to laugh at the situation and the people, and maybe at yourself. And actually go out and have some fun and take a break from the frustrations. There's no need to continuously like stay frustrated. Play, fun, Gemini. Gemini. Mm. Six of Wands, reversed. So immediately I'm seeing that you feel like people are against you, not on your side, not really taking what you have to offer seriously. It's like your particular set of skills isn't being accepted and integrated into like the civilization around you. Like people aren't appreciating you and what you have to offer, what you have to say. There's some blockages there. And it's frustrating you, and you would like for them to stop. You would like for them to just kind of see things your way, but maybe your approach isn't fun. And maybe your approach isn't likable. So it's like, consider your audience. People may not be as like on a high level as you. You have to consider your audience. You really do, Gemini. And I know that you guys have a hard time with this, you know. And again, every time I do a Gemini reading, I always talk about Kanye because I'm like a fan of the energy that he channels. I'm a fan of it. Like there's something trying to get through. But he doesn't, the humanness in him rushes the message. He rushes his purpose and his mission. He rushes everything. And it's like he's not really having fun. He ends up having like kind of circuitry breakdowns, because it's just kind of like you have to just, you get the messages, you get the channelings, and then you wait, because the channelings are healing you first. It heals you, and you let the dust settle. You know, you really could learn from like your counter air, one of your counter air signs like Libra and Aquarius. Maybe not so much Aquarius, because you guys will probably get on each other's nerves. But like a Libra energy does this. They wait. They wait. They wait for as long as it takes, for the right timing, for things to be fun and pleasant and charismatic for people. And then the message is more accepted. And you have to do things in a way, yes, be real, be true to your art, but make it more fun for people, and people will accept it more. Just ask for that download, because I know that's a frustrating thought. How like, it's like, how dare you not accept my art? It's my art. It's the way, accept it for what it is, or don't take it at all out there. You know, it's like you become like this highfalutin Picasso bish. You know, it's just kind of like, and people are like, fine, I'll leave it. And then where does that leave you? Not integrated into the world. You have to play people's game. Or you have to make a game for people to play. Make it more of a game. So let's look under intent. The compass, Gemini. That's interesting to me. That's always very interesting to me. Ooh, I wish I had like a stepping stair thing where you guys can see the cards, because they're so colorful. I think I might get one. I want you guys to see the cards, and I want you to see me too. For some reason, I listen to my energy. I listen to what bounces right. And whenever I try to do readings and I'm not in them, it's not really like my thing, you know. But I oftentimes want you guys to see the cards. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it would be cool to have like a stair step thing where you guys can see the cards and you can see me and I can just point, have a pointer or something. I'll find it too. Since I said that, I bet you I'll find exactly what I want. That's how the universe works. But I'm so neutral about it. I don't have any resistance inside about it. It's out there for me. Next video, next month, I'll probably have it. I will have it. Okay, intent, Gemini. Intention. Yes. Yes. Make sure your intent is pure and amazing. Get realign. The alignment. I don't want this many. Your alignment of what you're trying to create is really important for you to manifest the right energy. Something's telling me to read. Intent. Many advocates of prayer and holistic healing believe that intent is actually the healing force acting in situations of restoration to health. Intent is the core reason behind every thought and action. What is your intent in your current situation? Why are you on this journey? If you can crystallize your intent into a few key words, your journey will advance quickly and smoothly toward your destination. Scrutinize, focus, and then verbalize, write, eat, sleep, drink, and breathe your intent in every moment. Soon, all your cells and the energy fields will align to allow the highest good to emerge for you based on your intent. Also know that negative intent works in the same way, so be sure to phrase and feel a positive focus or you will draw negative to you. Okay? Yeah, that's the second chakra. Second chakra and numerology card number 2. Your second chakra, your sacral chakra, your pleasure zone. What is the message? So, the Page of Cups. It looks like you're throwing a tantrum, and it's getting you're getting off of your intent, kind of what we were just talking about. Like, you're like, wah, I want it my way. That's not how you handle things. You've forgotten why you're doing this. And it's not to get your way and have everybody do what you say. You know, it's really hard to be a visionary. And it's hard to have like star power and not have anybody notice yet, or not having found the right medium that will help you rise to the position you need to be in life. This is a play of energies here. This is like this is you being put through the fire, like being tested, initiated. This is you asking for what you want and you getting it, but it doesn't look how you thought it would. And things aren't perfectly manifesting, and people aren't acting how they're supposed to act. What you have to realize is that nobody is like a marionette doll in your play. So it looks like what's being worked out here, what the universe is trying to help you see, is that keep going, even if you're not, even if you're being rejected. Like that's not, that doesn't matter. Because anytime I see the Page of Cups, it's like immaturity, brattiness, you know, really not seeing why there's a no. Like, have you asked the universe, like, why? And you know, we'll get more into that. And this reading has already gone to 30 minutes. And if you would like to continue on this reading with me, go to Patreon. Okay, so you know what I just thought about while I was uploading like that part of the video is it looks like for you there's a split. There's your higher self and your lower self, and the universe is trying to get you to integrate the way you respond to life and who you are for real isn't necessarily meshing right now. And also, you know, you're having this frustration because other people are like jealous, and it could be other people in your world and in your life that are acting like this because they see you having the ability to make the life that you want, and it looks like you're getting dragged down into some type of drama. So you may be acting out of character because you're pissed off. So those are your triggers. You need to really work on dissolving those triggers. And how you dissolve triggers is by, instead of being reactionary like a fuse, you notice your irritation, frustration, anger. Basically, you watch yourself from within without actively going after the situation as if the situation is causing the irritation inside. That's how you take your power back. That's a high level of self-control, maturity, and take responsibility. That's really how you take responsibility for your life. You don't give power to things on the outside of you. For what? If you said jump, nobody's going to ask you how high. It doesn't work that way. Unless you're like in some type of situation where people are going to lick your boots or whatever. But it doesn't look like it here. Yeah. So yeah, that was a couple of things. So after you get in touch with the irritation inside and you don't react to it, don't blame other people for what arises from within you. They are there. They help you trigger this healing, you know, but they're not necessarily going to be healing with you. you know, a lot of times we would like for people to take the journey with us. It's kind of like, well, we're in this. You triggered me. I'm triggering you. Let's talk it out. Let's figure it out. And some people would rather just keep blaming you or the situation or their mama, their daddy, their dog, the mailman. And so then that's where the separation between you and other people begins. You know. Let's look at the third card, and then I'll start pulling more cards for this. Artisan, which is an awesome card. Oh, I really want you guys to see the horns. Artisan, Gemini. Okay, so the more I go on and I'm looking at these cards and I'm looking at feelings, you have some people around you with some awful intents, and you may believe that they're just playing. Oh, you don't want to believe that you might have somebody around you that's not on your side or whatever, but you kind of do. Look out. Artisan. Yes, the Temperance card. You see the flamingo here. Take him in all his pink glory. And you see the promise of the rainbow in the background, and the waterfall flowing in the background as well, and him balancing on his one leg perfectly, standing tall, proud, and strong. And just kind of like absorbing nature and letting everything be as beautiful as it is. You know, the Temperance card is like the right potion of things, just the right amount of things. It's like, to me, in the physical world, type of, you know, how you treat yourself, how you treat everything around you, also is what you'll get back from the spirit world. You know, you treat yourself with gentleness, kindness, softness, congeniality, with a soft touch, a soft tempered, with care, with grace, generosity. You can treat everything like that around you and create a world that's like always giving back to you and giving you that balance. It's like a sensation inside that's not irritation. So this is telling me that you could, in order to get back in your bag and even attract more people who are artisans in your world, you need to kind of, this is like it was like a separation from the part of your life, and this is part of your healing process as well, like we were just talking about. How do you get rid of the, how do you dissolve the triggers and kind of like see it, sit with it, feel it, understand it, and then you won't have the need to be in that space in that way anymore. And that's how that kind of works. It feels really magical. It's kind of like, you know, have you ever been around someone that like last year they was like on one, and then you're around them now, you'd be like, what did you do? Like, how did, like, you're different, you're calmer, they took responsibility for their inside, how they feel, you know, what life feels like to them, which in a lot of times is removing yourself from situations that trigger you, and then also getting a grip how you respond. And that's one way to respond. And to me, it's kind of like the Temperance card is getting enough sleep, eating right, exercising, just like I was saying before, getting it going health-wise, within your physical being, because I don't believe the physical world and the unseen world is really all that separate. It's it's a very thin veil. It's just kind of like very thin. Or else I wouldn't be getting these impressions and I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? It's just so very subtle. Alright, let's pull some catalyst cards. I know clarifying cards, but I've been calling them catalyst cards lately. And I'm going to use the planets. Let's see if this works out. If it doesn't, I'm going to use something else. Alright, let's use this for the play, fun, and the Six of Wands. And playing and having fun is a root chakra need. It's like you need to get grounded back into like your inner child world, where you don't sweat the small stuff and you move on. When you were a child, you took a licking and you just got back up and started playing again. And while as an adult, it seems like we're trained for some reason to take things personal and to like hold grudges and to be hard on ourselves anytime we are in situations that don't go our way. We kind of kick ourselves, but it's like part of being human. And I'm laughing because I don't know why we think that we can go through life unscathed, unscratched, unharmed. We didn't like have this issue when we were kids. We didn't think about it. It was just kind of like whatever. You're not supposed to make mistakes now, right? As an adult, you're not allowed to fail at anything. You're supposed to just know what to do, and you're just supposed to like everything's just supposed to turn out perfect all the time. That's not the truth. And I hope that this reading gives you some clarity, the clarity that you need. Alright, the Six of Wands reverse, play fun. Ooh. Pisces. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit difficult. So this is telling me that you don't know how to do this. Like, you don't see clearly how to bring your dreams into reality, but you feel it, you sense it, you have the impression, you can taste it. It's just very like ethereal for you, and this is something that is a high ideal for you. You really put a lot of, you really have a high ideal for your friends and the people you have around you. You really want things to work out. And so this is denoting to me that if there's people around you who are jealous and who aren't on your side, aren't on your team, this is like a high disappointment for you. And this is also telling me that there's things going on behind your back. But not a lot of times Pisces energy is so very childlike and angelic. It has such high ideals that you don't see your downfall about to come. Like, you can't see that you're about to be tripped up because you're so focused on what you want, how you feel, and it's kind of like, I'm trying to put it in the right words. I know okay, this is a great example. Have you seen a woman or just watched a movie with a woman who, like, she just has this dream of meeting the perfect man, that she just negates all her boyfriends or her husband's flaws, but everybody else can see them? That's very Piscean energy. She keeps giving to this man. She keeps loving because she feels like she's nurturing and putting energy into her dream. But it takes two to have the dream. It's almost like Pisces energy is very controlling about their dream, and you force other people to lie to you and be fake when if you were to look at the situation for what it actually is, you would be disappointed. Nobody likes to be disappointed, especially if you're like really high. This is telling me that you need to kind of ground your energy, ground your dream, even bring it down to earth. And then what's so funny is when we bring our dreams down to earth, we don't even want them no more. And I'm laughing because I'm like that. I'll be like, well, I don't want it no more. I don't want the real thing. I only want it if it's not real. Right? And so with the Pollyanna woman that is like, he's perfect, he's mine, he never does anything wrong, he's never going to cheat, we're going to have 2 kids, a house, is just kind of like, it can turn into narcissism, where you create like a dollhouse situation. This is what I was saying to you at the beginning. You create like this dollhouse effect situation where everyone is acting how you want them to act. So because they don't want you to be disappointed, and everyone's walking around eggshells and having a double life, and you're not even being real either. Okay, so like the play and have fun thing is telling me that that's like the happy medium for you, not to take your stance so seriously. Let things fall apart that need to fall apart, Gemini, because then you will actually have real art. It will become part of your story. It'll be part of the medium. It'll make your story, the story of your art, whatever it is you're creating, whatever your mission is, even better if you allow things to be the way they actually are. All right, that wasn't so hard, but at first when I saw that card, I'm like, ooh, why? I really wanted to use like different cards with you guys because you guys are so like zany, and it's easy for you guys not to be interested. So I just wanted to use a lot of colors and different things. So I hope you enjoy that. And okay, I wasn't really focusing, so I'm going to redo that. Sometimes the same card will pop out. Intent, Page of Cups reversed. Intentions. You know, it looks like to me, this is always like many meanings. We have this, the intent of your, like you being focused, very focused on what it is that you are trying to create. And then we have the intent of people around you, and how, you know, you're interacting with them may be causing you to get off of your track, get you off of the right path. So let's look at a catalyst card for that. I'm gonna see something. I'm inventive. Okay. So yeah. Okay, so we had Pisces here. Let me see if I can make another stair step. I can let that be. Let me just let some of it be. All right. Pisces. And we were going to pull another one for the intent and the Page of Cups. balance it like this. There we go. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. So what we have here is the new mooners. And we know that the new moon is about a new beginning, which means there's an ending here. And just like we were talking about, it seems like you need to end like some of your relationships that no longer serve you. These immature connections that kind of like don't challenge you, call you higher, and if you try to call them higher, they're going to throw a tantrum and be like, you think you better than everybody, blah, 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 blah. You know, it's like you can keep going around in circles with these people forever and ever. And Pisces is also an indication to me that this is karmic. This is very past lives. And it's like time for you to proclaim your independence from these relationships, from these codependent relationships with people who they need to go work on themselves. You need to go and work on yourself. There's emotional immaturity on both ends, and I'm not just going to blame others. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying that everybody needs to go to their own corners now and work on themselves. You guys, apparently you can't do it together. Apparently you will rise faster and get to your goals quicker and get to your mission better with a new beginning. Okay, so let's look at artisan. Wow, that came out quick. Okay, so the universe is just going ahead and giving you a warning. Now it says harbinger. Harbinger. A person or thing that announces or signals the approach of another. So this is signifying to you that, you know, it seems as though no matter what, it's kind of like the Fool. You're going into a new incarnation. I mean, you're going in, I mean, you're not dead or anything, but in a sense, maybe the old you has to die. Your old life has to die. Your old way of thinking, your old way of doing things. And the new way of doing things would be you being playful, having more fun, clearing a way for the right intent. The intent being precise, asking for what you want, but making it in a more bouncy energy, you know. And then we have the artisans, the people you need to have around you on your team. You see, I have this big Crayola box today. The people you need to have on your team, you need to have more like-minded people on your team. And so this is like ooh. So it seems like when you meet people who are like this, like artisans, who know how to temper their emotions, who are more mature, that will be a signal to you, the precursor that you're on the right path. That's so cool that this reading did that for you. It gave you a harbinger. Is that how you say it? Hairbinger. Hairbinger? Hairbinger? Harbinger? Let me see. Harbinger. It gave you a harbinger. Okay. So, what else? I'm going to pull maybe one more card. See what comes out. Because I don't feel like we're done. I don't. I feel like there's something else. And I don't know what's going to bring it out. So give me a second. I don't know what's going to tie all of this together. Look at my decks. There's nothing's coming to me. Okay, my chakra deck. That just came to me. It actually came to me beforehand, but I'm like, I don't want to use that. Okay, Gemini. What's going to help tie this whole reading together? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see. Yeah, I see you bickering, going back and forth with people that you've been going back and forth with for like ever. I just want one, guys. I don't get confused when you drop down all these different cards. I don't know which one to choose. Gemini. Gemini. Okay. Alright, so the time card came out again. So we have the throat chakra, which will make sense because it seems like you will have to do some type of empowerment, asserting yourself. Time, number 35. If we measure our lives by the clock, we will find there is never enough time. The way we choose to spend time can never be turned back. The present moment offers you a way to redefine your relationship to time. Don't leave yourself behind. When you focus on your sense of self, time expands around you. The perfect action is not a reaction. Let yourself express authentic action by riding the wave of your next breath right into the present moment. Experience being you. Oh, that does sum it up. You know, that's exactly what I was feeling. It's kind of like you guys don't get to really experience the fullness of fucking just being you authentically without other people like always trying to stop you or get in your way. And that's like is the frustration that I see in Kanye West. It's like, but it seems that his authenticity gets in the way of a certain agenda that other people may have, you know. And we all live on this earth together. Could you possibly create another planet where you can be your own authentic self, or do you you know, just take the next breath and be yourself here amongst the Mongols or whatever, and people who would have you like not be here sometimes. You know, some people, like, truth be told, would rather not see you take your next breath. Or if you want to take your next breath, do it fucking over there. Because I'm jealous and I don't want to see you rise and take away some of my quote-unquote shine or whatnot. But shine isn't given or taken away by other human beings. It don't work like that. Authenticity isn't given to you by other humans. They can't take it away. And I really love this card because one of the only things that people can't take away from you is your breath, your next breath, whether you're here or unseen, whether people can see you or not. They can't stop you from going within yourself and taking control back over your life by not reacting. Because it says the perfect action is not a reaction. It's really not. I want you guys to learn that. The perfect action is not a reaction. The truth is, in my life, that the only way I've gotten through everything, because I've been around some very dangerous, violent, vile people, you know, with my sensitive ass. It's been dangerous times in my life, you know, these jokers that I have karmic contracts with would have it so that I'm always subservient and closing my mouth, keeping my intent to myself, keeping my mission to myself as much as you possibly can, because it's all over you in your DNA. You know, I mean, it's in you when you pick up a spoon. You can't help but shine if you fucking shine on, you know. But yeah, I can relate. I've learned to, I mean, I remember the day I realized that my narcissistic mother wasn't on my side, and she was never going to be, and that I was in her hands, and that she basically had the power and did use that power to stop the momentum of the things I was trying to do at a very young age to set myself up for success in my life. And it was a disappointing day. It was heartbreaking, but my resolve was to keep myself intact, and I knew that I was leaving as soon as I could, you know, but I didn't share anything. I didn't say anything. I didn't argue with her anymore. I just cut my, I don't like arguing with people. I don't like a lot of drama. Although when I come around, it seems to cause drama. But that ain't my fault, y'all. That's how I feel. It's not my fault. I'm just being myself, you know. And I don't mind, you know. I'll be myself over there. I'll go over there. Fine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this card is everything. If we measure our lives by the clock, we will find there is never enough time. I was thinking about that today. As far as my PTSD goes, I noticed with PTSD, it seems like you're in a rush. And I just really wanted to dissolve the need to be in a rush. And what happens is that something scary happened. I became present. And then I realized what not being present is for, the defense mechanism. It's so that you can control things. And you feel like you know what's going to happen next. Because when I made the decision, I was like, I released the need to be in a rush. Let me just enjoy the moment. I felt my controlling mechanism leave, and I was on the inside. I was like grasping for it to come back, because that's how I've been living. Not by my breath, but kind of not breathing. Well, very much not breathing. The way we choose to spend time can never be turned back. Oh my God. That is absolutely true. The present moment offers you a way to redefine your relationship to time. Redefine your relationship to time. It is a relationship, isn't it? Now, if you even like blah 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 blah, and switch gears to think about your relationship to time, that kind of takes you back into like a hemisphere where was like, why have I been arguing with people? Why can I just like do my thing and kind of stop it? Like you can just kind of just put it into it and kind of release the need for that type of those types of interactions in your life. It's just that easy. It really is. Don't leave yourself behind. Don't leave yourself behind. So much in this little card. When you focus on your sense of self, time expands around you. Try it. The perfect action is not a reaction. Let yourself express authentic action by riding the wave of the next right breath into the present moment. Experience being you, Gemini. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. Well, you know, I'm going to first put it on Patreon, and I know I don't really have that big of a following, but I've been guided to do it like this for my own sanity, and maybe the spirit world knows more than me. So I want everybody, as many people, to get this message that's supposed to get it as possible, and I hope that you do log on and get this message. I think it's a beautiful one. Peace.